Hello, I'm ABX Toy Cat, and a comment that keeps me up at night sometimes is this one from Dark Smiley that says, I'm so confused about being able to craft diorite with quartz, which would imply that diorite is made of quartz to some part, but then why can't we get the quartz? Or are we making a fake diorite that's worth more than quartz? And it makes a lot of sense. Once you have this diorite, it seems to be an entirely different resource to the one you find in the ground because it's made from quartz, but yet there is no way to get the quartz from this block. Which way around is it? Is there quartz inside of this that for some reason we can't smelt or get out in any way? Or is there just two entirely different blocks that happen to look exactly the same? Is there diorite and fake diorite? And the truth is, we'll never know. As Minecraft players, there's just this weird, illogical inconsistency that you can think about all day and all night, and you can get different answers every time you do. But is there such thing as two different types of diorite? No, of course there's not. But yet, is there really? Yes, of course there is. And again, I guess this kind of like thinking about it until it breaks you is something I love to do in Minecraft, so allow me to share some other weird things that totally make me think in the same way about why is this the case, and every logical explanation I come to just confuses me more. And let's go to a crafting table to talk about a fun little recipe, because did you know to craft a boat you need to have 5 pieces of wood, and then if you're on bedrock you need to have a shovel. This is a logical recipe because you know what a boat is made from? It's made from wood to make a hole like the recipe says, and then it's made from the shovel, which is the way you row the boat. However, as you can see if you look at this, there's actually 2 shovels that come when you row a boat, and if we ignore the debate about why your hands don't move and the fact that the boat effectively rows itself, you know, we'll leave that aside and say that, you know, artistic rendition. But if we look at the boat itself, you can see there are in fact 2 shovels here. Where does the second shovel come from? Or even more confusingly, on the Java version of Minecraft, there are 2 shovels or 2 oars that come from nowhere. Where do they both come from? And while we're on the subject of boats anyway, you can craft this from any type of wood and you'll get a different type of boat. 6 types of wood, 6 types of boat, except there's actually 8 types of wood, and you can't craft a boat from the warped wood or from the crimson wood. What's the deal with that? I don't get it. Next up, let's talk about lava. So lava buckets are one of the most interesting items in Minecraft. I mean, they give you the power to get 1 meter cubed of lava inside a bucket. It's super powerful, right? It seems like a lot, but you know, assuming that is true, allow me to give you a little bit of a confusing one, because if we have lava in a hole like this, then interestingly enough, it takes some time for the lava to scoop up, right? As you can see, it takes a few seconds for each phase to go down. So an interesting thing is you can have this lava bucket, which clearly cannot be melted by lava, because if the bucket was melted by lava, my hand would be covered in lava right now and I would be dead. So the bucket is strong enough to withstand the lava, but once we pick up the lava into this bucket, we can then throw that lava bucket in the lava, and get this, the lava burns the lava bucket and then it vanishes. There is nothing here anymore. Where there once was both bucket and lava, there is now nothing. How did the lava delete the lava, and how did the lava delete the bucket, which wasn't able to be broken by the lava, as evidenced by the fact that I could carry it around? I mean, I don't understand. What's meant to be the interaction there? Is there meant to be any sense made, or is it meant to be nothing? Also, you know, maybe a similar point, but why is it if we place some sand there, the lava over here, oh, and then we place some sand there, we can erase the lava block with sand? How is it that lava is so strong that it can even delete itself, but sand is more powerful than lava? I don't get that either, if I'm being honest. Look at this. Where there is previously lava, there is now but sand. But you know, that's fine. It's like throw up. I mean, if you've been in a school, you know, for whatever reason, they throw sand on the puke, which is weird now you think about it. Okay, so for my next one here, imagine you're really hungry, like I am right now. You need to eat some food, but you know if you eat rotten flesh, there's a really high chance you're gonna get that hunger stats effect. You even know if you eat raw chicken, you've got a 30% chance of getting that same effect. So although it's fine to eat raw chicken sometimes it results in this. But the interesting thing about Minecraft is even if you eat raw cod, seriously, raw cod, or even if you eat raw pork chops, one of the things that is so unsanitary, there are literally major world religions advising you not to eat the thing altogether because of how dangerous raw pork chops can be. The game is like, yeah, that's fine. Eat some raw chicken though, and boy, you're gonna get some salmonella. Why is it that the only 2 foods in Minecraft that are poisonous when raw are rotten flesh and sometimes chicken? I mean, I even ate 2. And to get it, why is raw pork not poisonous when it really should be? Why is raw beef even. You're not. This is seriously bad. There is a reason they recommend you cook this, but here I am just eating it all the way. It's a pretty decent source of food in the early game, actually. Why do they allow you to eat what is very, very clearly poisonous? Bear in mind, this is a game where they pretend that everything that you feed something to is going to be important and done in the real world. They even made it so when you feed a cookie to a parrot, it kills the parrot to teach you not to do that in real life. But yet Minecraft at the same time is like, yeah, don't eat flesh. Flesh is bad for you. So is chicken. You know, raw chickens. Wait, let's get another raw chicken. Eating raw chickens, also bad for you. Pro tip, don't do it. But raw pork chop, do that all you like. It's really good. There's definitely no reason anyone would recommend against that. I'm just saying, one of two things has to be true here. Either Minecraft just, you know, hasn't understood the biblical studies, or, you know, like being able to eat raw pork chops is something we should start a religion over. I mean, if you can start a religion over not eating pork, why don't we start one over yes eating pork? This is my great idea for 2020. It's the Minecraft eat raw pork chops religion. We're not going to be a very long-lasting one because we'll kill all of our members, but still, you know what we won't kill? We won't kill the weird way that music discs work. So, in this update, there's lots of music discs, right? We got cat. We've got lots of cats, because of course, I'm IBX Toy Cat. But also, we've got this 11 music disc. Have you ever heard this? If you haven't, allow me to show you something very strange. So most of this track is footsteps, it's things you recognize in modern Minecraft. That noise you just heard, I have no idea where that comes from. There is no Minecraft mob that makes that noise yet. I mean, he's running from something. So the interesting thing is like all of these discs have to be recorded by something, right? Like the discs have an inherent part of Minecraft. But what could possibly make this disc? A disc that's broken, like it's not even a real disc, that just has some scared running away noises. Something caused this disc to be broken, and that something is on that track. But it's been years, almost a decade since this was first added to Minecraft. Where is that mob? And the answer might be the Warden in 1.17, or the answer might be, who knows? We don't know. All I know for now is that one of the music discs in Minecraft is very much not a music disc. And I'm just saying, seems like clickbait, although if you're watching this video, you sure are not a stranger to clickbait, am I right? Hey. Anyway, with that said, let's eat some raw chicken and move on to one last little thing I want to mention here. I got really lucky. I ate 3 chickens today without getting poisoned. Do you know what the odds of that are? Also, I do know that it's weird to comment on the fact that in a game where you go through magical portals between dimensions while having tools crafted from diamonds and giant farms that, you know, are questionable. You know, everything about this game, sure, there's a sense of non-realism, but there's a lore explanation for everything. Even the Nether. The Nether is hell that exists on a different plane that is at an 8-to-1 fold ratio to the real world. You know, there is actually logic and lore behind almost every weird thing in Minecraft, but all of those things can be explained. But what can't be explained here, you know, if we come back to the boat for a little bit, is the way recipes work. So say, like me, you've got a bunch of wood. You know, let's say that it's birch wood, because you like birch wood a lot. It's a controversial opinion, not as controversial as liking acacia wood, of course, but you like your birch wood, and therefore you want to craft it into stairs. It takes 6 birch planks to make 4 stairs. Logical, you might think, until you go, wait. So 6 full blocks to make 4 partial blocks. Again, just to show you these blocks in case you think that's crazy. Here is a birch stair, and here, you know, like, and just above it is going to be a birch block. Birch stair, birch block. Same block, but this one is missing the corner. Even if you were going to craft them by just taking out the corner, why would that not be there? Again, this is one of those things that's been in the game for a very long time. Most of the other bad recipes that don't make sense have been fixed. Even ones people weren't asking about, like doors, you get 3 doors for every 6 wood you put in because it's thinner than the wood. It makes sense, they fixed it. Trapdoors, now you get 2 trapdoors for every set of wood you get in there because they're thinner, it makes sense. You even get 3 signs, and they even fix fences, so you get multiple fences per craft. So why is it that after all these years you get just 4 stairs? No matter which wood you're using, that's the way it's going to work. And the answer is there's no good reason. It doesn't make any sense. And it's even weirder because they added the stonecutter. They actually fixed this problem for crafted stone materials. If you have stone, you know, you can take stone and make 2 stone bricks from those stones. It makes sense. You're losing the corner, it's irreparable, you can't get it back. But why is it in a crafting table? Bear in mind, and what's in a crafting table, by the way? Let me show you. In a crafting table with a hammer and a saw, you should be able to just saw off that block. It'd be ideal if you could collect 3 of those corner blocks together and get them back, but 6 pieces of wood should get you bare minimum 6 stairs. That's if you're the laziest carpenter in the world. If you are a very smart carpenter and you make this formation, I'm sure that there's some magic origami way to make multiple. In fact, let me show you right now. Let's go into Paint. Okay, so let's imagine you have 6 blocks of wood, as we do right here, although we're laying them out like this. Hypothetically, again, the worst case scenario would be losing the corner from each block, and then you'd be like, okay, yeah, we lose a corner from each block, and then it looks like this. You're getting a stair block from each one. That's if you're a bad carpenter. If you're a smart carpenter, on the other hand, what you could start doing is you could start using every 4 blocks to at least get 1 extra stair bare minimum. Bear in mind that what you'd be doing right here is you'd be getting a spare extra stair just from the 3 corner blocks from before. You merge them all into one giant blob, and then you get an extra stair block from right here. Or if you're extra smart, and you're not like me, what you'd do is you'd use these 3 corners to make an extra stair there, and then you'd use these 3 corners to make an extra stair over here. And at the risk of being one of those weird advertisements, can you see in this image 8 pairs of stairs? I think you can. I think that if the Minecraft craftsman is really so great, he should be able to get 8 stairs from every 6 blocks, but even if he's not so great, even if he doesn't see this, there should be 6. Why is there 4? Because Minecraft makes no sense, or because maybe there's a stair-stealing gremlin out there. That makes more sense than what we're trying to describe right here. That's all I'm saying. Where does the corner go? Where does it go? We don't know right now. It's an unsolved mystery, and it keeps me up at night sometimes. But you know what doesn't keep me up at night? I want to not leave these videos with a, you know, like, things don't make sense. But instead, I'm going to leave you with a positive vibe, because one of the weird things about Minecraft was recently solved, and it blew my mind because it was so simple. So allow me to show you the Igloo. This one is a really interesting structure because the story of how it came to be and what an igloo really is, I mean, sure, you could debate for it over a while. I mean, there's lots of structures in Minecraft that have existed. Again, there's lore implications for lots of them, but one of the weird things you've probably wondered about is why exactly do they have a furnace in here, and why is there a redstone torch in here? And actually, it's a really interesting justification, because if we throw some raw chicken into our furnace, because as we know, you cook chicken, but you don't cook pork chops. Pork chops go perfectly raw. That is a widely known fact. So if you cook some chicken or some other food that does need to be cooked and isn't perfect when it's raw, the light level for the furnace will go to 8. Leave the light level on the furnace at 8 for long enough, perhaps for a minute, as you'll get 64 seconds, as you'll get from a piece of coal, and something interesting happens. And that might seem insignificant at first, but when you melt that ice, something interesting happens. All of this carpet is, kind of uncovered. And what do you spot when you do that? You spot the trapdoor. That's right, this was all intentional. That being made of ice and having the furnace being placed right next to it is all a clever way for whoever did put this igloo here to help you find it. But only help you find it if you're here, for a long time. When you use the furnace, you would discover if there was a basement, where the basement is. And honestly, it's weird because this was a very solved mystery. Like, oh yeah, it was someone deliberately trying to tell you about these villagers under here, except they only want you to know on the Java version of the game, which means that fundamentally the Java and Bedrock versions have a different lore about how friendly the people who made these igloos are and how much they actually wanted you to kill the villagers. Also, am I crazy here, or is there a little bit of a confusion about so if they wanted you to know about the basements, why did they put that furnace and even the ones without the basements? And if they really wanted to kill these zombies and the villagers so bad, then they even gave you the free stuff for it. They always give you a golden apple. They always give you a potion of weakness. They brew one for you. That's, in case you're curious, what you need to turn a zombie villager into a regular dude, very loudly too. But that's how you convert one of these into one of these. But the interesting thing is, if they wanted them converted so badly, they had the ingredients. Why did they not just do it themselves? Did they want you to cure every zombie villager out there? You know what? It just... The moment things start making sense, they stop making sense. Why do they only care about you curing villagers on the Java version? Why don't they want you to do it on the Bedrock version? Is it because it's buggy? Tell me the answers. Tell me. I want you to stop shaking and tell me exactly what's going on here, friend. You know what? He's not a particularly talkative villager, but I'm sure what he would say if he had words was, you know what? You really should be eating some raw pork chops, shouldn't you? That's right, it's an ideal food recommended by Mojang. But yeah, if there's anything we can take from this video, it's that even the things that make sense don't really make sense when you think about them. So don't think about anything. Or continuously contemplate, you know, is there quartz in diorite or is there not? Is the cat a one-eyed thing or is it a two-eyed, you know, is it a cyclops or does it have 2 eyes? You know, is the piglin a pig or is it a cute little girl wearing a piglin hat? We generally don't know the answer to all of these questions, but what we do know is that I hope you'll enjoy this video because I'll see you all in another one. Unless I die in a house fire. As we all know, it's a real risk these days. But what isn't a risk is eating raw pork chops. 100% safe, you can do it all day, every day, and there will never be consequences. Am I right, Mr. Villager? Yeah, we've started a religion over this one.